Before I thank the people in my life who made it possible for me to be up here tonight, I'd quickly like to explain how it came to be that my wife and I came to Tulare with our 10-year-old son and purchased Gainsborough studio back in 1979. I had been working for a studio in Bakersfield for some time, and the day came when Lori and I were talking, and we decided it was time to consider buying our own business. There happened to be a studio for sale in Bakersfield, and we were working very hard to make the deal go through, but one stumbling block after another. And it wasn't going to happen. And as kind of a testimony to the networking, through a comment that I had made to a photographer in Porterville, Jim Luss, relayed it on to the owner of Gainsborough Studio, Jerry Smith, that we were looking for a photography studio. And as it was, she was looking for somebody to buy one. And that's how it happened, and that's where we are today. And the rest it's history. Interesting fact that Jerry and I were talking about on February 17th, it will actually be the 30 years since we agreed to purchase the studio. Lori and I always believed that moving to Tulare and buying Gainsborough studio was meant to be. Everything fell into place so quickly and so easily that Tulare has become our hometown in 1979. We couldn't have chosen a better place to live and raise our son and operate a business. I'd like to take a couple minutes to acknowledge and thank people in my life that have made me look good and made me able to do what I've been doing. First and foremost, I want to thank my wife for 42 years, my business partner, my best friend, Lori. She's always been there for me, for our business from the very beginning. Lori spent over 20 years side by side in the daily operation of the business, through the thick years and the thin years, helping to run the studio, managing the artwork side of the business. Much to her relief and pleasure, after spending all these years tediously retouching negatives and prints, digital photography finally forced her out of a job, allowing her to retire from the daily operation of the studio and concentrate on managing our home and being available to assist my mother with her needs too. I'd like to also give a big thank you to our son, David. He's our information technology specialist. Dave has spent untold hours helping keep the studio on the cutting edge of technology. Without him, I can't imagine how we would have ever made the transition from film to digital. Certainly, it would not have been ever done as easily as it did with his help and assistance. And a big thank you to our daughter-in-law, Dolores, and our grandson, Jeff, for being so supportive and understanding when they had to drop everything and drive 3 hours down to fix something at the studio. Thank you for coming tonight and always being there when we needed you. We have 2 other grandchildren who couldn't be here tonight, Tanya and Gage, and I want to thank them too for the part that they are in our life. Another person who is very important and needs to be recognized is my mother, Margaret Killion. She's always been one of my biggest supporters and one of my biggest fans. She is a big part of why I am who I am. In fact, she encouraged me to pursue the career in professional photography many years ago. Thank you, Mom. To our current employees, Denise Byer and Jessica Stafford, thank you for your continued dedication and support. You help make me look good, and you get me through the day. You're very much appreciated every day for what you do. And a special thank you to Vivian Birch Vineyard. Vivian just can't seem to totally retire. She keeps on showing up to assist us with custom framing projects whenever we ask. We hope she never retires. And I'd also like to say thank you to Jerry Smith Souls, Gainsborough Studios' previous owner. Jerry, thank you for being such a good friend to us over the years and for everything that you did during those early years to ease our transition into the studio and into the community. She went above and beyond. Thank you again, Jerry. And finally, a huge thank to the community of Tulare and our loyal customers who have kept the doors open. Without you, there would not be a Gainsborough studio. Owning and operating a small business has its challenges, as you all know, as every business owner knows. But it has its rewards, and a big part of those rewards have been meeting and knowing and living and working side by side with some of the nicest people in the world. I'm accepting this award on behalf of my wife, my son, and our employees. They should be standing up here too, because they are the heart and the soul of Gainsborough Studio. Thank you for this honor.